When my father was in hospital, I spoken to his doctor. He had, as I said, emphysema, COPD, and brain tumors. And the doctor said, we've done the tests and stuff, and your dad, there's nothing we can do anymore, which is a horrible phrase, by the way, but it's still being used. And I said, can I tell my father rather than you? And she said, sure, that would be okay. So I went to my father and said, I've talked to your doctors, and I've done some research. Would you like me to tell you what I found out? And so I gave him 3 choices, similar to this morning. Yes, I want to know. No, I don't want to know. Yes, I want to know, but not right now. And he chose the latter. And I didn't have to figure out when was the best time to give him bad news. For the first time in his medical history, he had control over news, information that involved him. And so after several minutes of silence, because obviously had I had good news, I would have just told him, he was preparing himself. He finally said, I do want to know, but I don't want to know right now. And so I didn't have to find the perfect moment. I didn't have to find the perfect way of saying it. Most often, if you give bad news, after the first sentence or two, everything else you say is gone anyway. They don't hear it. They don't certainly remember it. The next day, he said, this was in October 2004, and he said, will I be at your wedding, which was in June 2005 in British Columbia? And I said, I don't think so. And he said, okay. And then we didn't talk about that anymore. We did other stuff. Next day, he said, am I going to be here for Christmas? I said, no, I don't think so. So he never said, how long do I have? He just picked times that got closer and closer to where he was. And over the next number of days, he asked more and more questions to get more and more details. What could be expected? What should he be doing? Those kinds of things. But because I gave him control over information, it was pure luck, by the way. I didn't read this thing. It was just pure luck when I figured this out. And I kept quiet. And I listened to what he wasn't saying and to what he was saying. And that's how the conversation that I mentioned this morning about what is it about dying that makes you upset, that's how that came about. Because I was quiet a lot of the time. And people feel quiet with words often. And so that's how that conversation came about. But it is in the quiet, it's in the general curiosity of the question, and in the quiet afterwards, that you get amazing results. And so this is an incredibly powerful communication tool, the most powerful one that I know.